face having ass. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Tuesday night, so you know what it is. It's Flash Tuesdays. If you don't know or never seen any of my videos, my name is Eric Peoples, and I do videos on Flash, Walking Dead, Arrow, and I try to get them out 30 minutes to an hour after each episode to try to keep the review fresh and just a raw review of the episode. And if I don't, I try to get them up as soon as possible, as soon as I can. So tonight's episode was dealing with another metahuman. I believe his name was the Girder, or at least that's what they were going to nickname him. I do believe that he is from the comic book. I'm not as well versed in Flash lore. I do know a little bit about it, but not as much as maybe Superman or Batman. But he got his powers, of course, from the particle accelerator experiment. They are using that freak of a week type vibe with each of the villains. He got his powers from there, but his ties to Barry go a little bit deeper. He's actually a childhood bully of Barry's, and that kind of makes it even more personal with Barry. And of course, Barry and Iris isn't talking, but Iris and the Flash is talking, and he's consistently trying to get her to stop writing about him. That writing about him will only bring more trouble for her because people will think that she's a outlet, to get to the Flash, which she is, and that comes full circle in this episode. And another cool element that was came up in the episode is Detective West has been doing more research, and he decides to go to a very well known source in Harrison Wells and ask him like what's the deal? There was somebody with super speed that did this to Barry's parents. So what's the real angle of this? And ultimately, he starts asking a lot of questions, and Harrison Wells gets that look that he always gets when he's about to take somebody out because they're asking too many questions or they're getting too close to something, or he needs them to do something that isn't morally right. But ultimately in the end, he does clear his name, and it's kind of left in limbo a little bit with there, but ultimately, Detective West backs off of him. The Flash, on the other hand, got beat up twice in the episode, and he's dealing with that. And this episode actually kind of, there's a Man of Steel reference in it too. But this episode actually gives us a little bit more of Edward Thawne, and we get a chance to get a little bit of background with him, a little bit more interaction with him and Barry, and I think eventually, their relationship is gonna be a real relationship between those two. The Iris thing is gonna be, I believe, a bit played back to a degree. I think Barry will still continue to care about her, but I think they're gonna continue to play along with this Iris and Eddie thing. So that I believe that there will develop a friendship between Barry and Edward, and inevitably it will come to an end. Like most comic book best friend relationships. But yeah, so we get a chance to get a little bit of that, and the Flash gets a little bit more training because Girder is basically a Man of Steel. He's a lot like Colossus from the X-Men books. And Barry breaks basically his hand every time he hits him, but because he has the super speed, he's able to heal. And ultimately, they come up with the logic that if he hits this guy at about 830 miles an hour, basically faster than the speed of sound, I believe it was Mach 1 that he has to hit him at. He can hurt him then, he'll rupture him, rupture the metal. or whatnot. So there's a lot of cool flashback scenes between the Wests and Barry, and Barry getting bullied, and Detective West tried to teach him how to box, but Iris is a better boxer than him. That hilarious thing. And Barry does go boom, as Cisco said it. I love that scene where Cisco was like, "Oh man, you have to go exactly, Mach 1 with sonic booms." All like, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, so that was really cool. But this the show I gave this week's episode another 4. Um I don't know how these writers for this show just continue to crank out entertaining episode after entertaining episode. I mean, even with Arrow season 2, there was a little lag episodes here or there, but still a solid season. But with this season of Flash, it's going to be hard to match this, and we're just getting to the midway point. We got to keep that in consideration. This is just the midway point that we're rolling up on. So, yeah, big ups to the writers and those guys working on the Flash TV show, because it's been awesome. Every episode has been good to me. Every episode. And I can't say that from any other show. Even The Walking Dead have slowed down some now, but Flash has just been keeping a nice pace, and it's just boom, as Cisco would say. So yeah, 4 out of 5, you guys. Love the episode. The end credit is very, very interesting. Again, they're knocking it out of the park with that. And yeah, it's setting up for some big things. Um, and that's pretty much the gist of it, you guys. If you like this video, hit like. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. But let me know what you didn't like about the video. I may take your comment into consideration. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Arrow. And hit me in the comments if you want to chat about some things. Till then, peace.